Boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Sellers. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back get a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. On target. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They want to run it left here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Power football with the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't put the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go belly out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the inside. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. up for a second down play. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Buying some time. He's got his man, makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds the tight end. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds out at 38. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
To the air, it's Sellers. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it
breaks into the open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Caught in the backfield, it's Randall. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And the point after is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Off the play fake on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Swings it out to the flat. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The quick out. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Beneath the shadow of Howard's got the back in the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the right. He's got it. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll set up to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going up top. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.